Okay, I want to give you another update. No, nothing's broken. What I want to do is actually make this a little bit stronger because I'm going to be running into some huge amount of RPMs and especially with the flywheel. So I want to just beef it up a little bit better. But I want to explain to you also why I think this is very important to have my rotor and stator equal in the amount of power that it consumes. So in other words, they're almost equal in ohms, which gives me a really good numbers to work with. And the unique thing about it, if you're familiar with Edwin Gray motor, he also talked about matching the rotor compared to the stator. Now, most of your motors today are not matched. And we're not talking magnet motors because that's a totally different area. In magnet motors, you got a lot of cogging going on due to the fact that the magnets can never turn off. Yeah, I know you could separate it and you can make it more smoother, but it really doesn't matter. And also permanent magnets, most people don't know this, when they start to heat up, they weaken the magnetic field, they start messing up the domains in the metal, and even the most powerful magnets that you can find, you put it on a muffler of the exhaust manifold, it'll fall right off in a given amount of time because the heat just basically destroys permanent magnets. So on this particular build, what we're going to end up doing is just beefing this up a little bit more. I'll clean it up a little bit and basically make it where I can actually work with a lot of things, and then I'll start hooking up the wiring systems on this and try to get this baby going, because what good is a motor if it can't run? Okay, and basically what I'm going to do is first work on getting the motor running, and then I'll work on actually creating the generator effect and go from there. So right now I'm just going to work on the beefing this up a little bit and go from there. Okay, what I ended up doing is putting on a much stronger housing. Actually, it's looking really nice. Ended up just going through it very carefully. I can also stand it up if I need to and actually put a nice flywheel on here. I have a couple of real heavy, probably about 40-pound flywheels I can probably put on here and be able to actually get some mechanical capacity going on, stored energy once I get it going. But right now I'm going to go through it, do the wiring, do some more little bit of testing before I start this up. Probably going to do I'll probably have to do a encoder here on here so I can actually know the position of the rotor and try to get this thing at least up and running for the DC motor part. And then once I get that, then I'll be able to put the microcontroller in there and then be able to do the DC input versus AC output in generation of power. So I'll get going.